So here's the second part of section 6.3 notes. We're going to go over example 4, 5, and 6 here, okay? So in example 4, it asks us to find perimeters of similar figures. That's what we're going to basically do. It says in the diagram, ABCD, so that's this figure here, is similar to FGHJ. They tell us that they are definitely similar. Now, part A, what it wants us to do is find the scale factor of FGHJ to ABCD. Remember, scale factor, it's the ratio of the lengths of two corresponding sides. Now, FGHJ is coming before ABCD. So when we're doing our scale factor, we have to look at that figure first. So looking over here, we have 4 sides, but they only give us one number. So we definitely have to use the information they give to us, okay? That means that we're going to use the side JF, because that's the only side they give us here. Now, what we're going to do is create a fraction or a ratio to figure out our scale factor. Now, JF, so we have JF, that's what it corresponds. Now we got to figure out the corresponding side on the second figure. So AD, or you can say DA, is going to be our corresponding side. How do I know that? Well, if I kind of look here, I underlined F, right? Well, that's the first letter here. A is the first letter on our second figure. J was the very last letter on the first one, and D was the very last one on the second. Okay. That means AD, or you can call it DA, same thing, is going to be our corresponding side. So in this case, JF, which is in the numerator, is 8, and then DA is 12, which is in the denominator. Now what we need to do is we got to simplify our fraction. So here we should be able to get, because 4 goes into both of them, 2/3. And so 2/3 is going to be your answer here as your scale factor. Simple, right? Okay. Now, here it says for part B, find the perimeter of FGHJ. If we look at our figure here, we're only given one side, right? We don't have the sides of the other. We don't have the values of the other sides. Now remember, to figure out perimeter, all you got to do is add up all the sides of that figure, or the polygon. But we can't do that here. So in this case, perimeter, we're going to make it X, because it's unknown. We don't know what it is. Remember, perimeter is the amount of stuff around the object, or in this case, this polygon. Now, we need to figure out, well, how are we going to find the perimeter of FGHJ? Now, if we go back up to our vocabulary, though, that's going to help us. It says perimeters of similar polygons. It says the ratio of the perimeter is equal to the ratio of the side lengths, or in this case, the scale factor. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our answer that we received from the scale factor and set it equal to the perimeters of our two polygons. Okay? Meaning we're going to take our 2/3, because that's our scale factor, and set it equal to the perimeters of our polygons. Now in this case, right, the 2, if we went back to our scale factor, represented the side of JF. And JF was part of the polygon FGHJ. Now that perimeter we are unknown of, so that's going to represent as X. But if we look here, right, if we look at ABCD, all of the sides have values, meaning that we can add up all of the values and get our perimeter. So all we do is 15 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12. Once you've added all that, we should get the answer of 45. And so here we have 45 on the bottom, or in the denominator. Now what we do is cross multiply. So we do 3 times x to give us 3x. And then we do 2 times 45 to give us 90. So now to figure out the value of x, which means that's going to be our perimeter, we divide both sides by 3, and we should get the answer as 30. So basically the perimeter of FGHJ is going to be 30. And that is your answer.